The bandwidth for this episode of the Power Factor Show is brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. FirearmsRadio.tv.
Sponsored by Taylor Freelance, Rainier Ballistics, Hodgdon Powders, and JPL Precision.
Hi, I'm Doug, and welcome back to Power Factor Show. Tonight I thought I'd give you a little bit of a look into what I carry in my gun bag. This is doubles as both my 3-gun bag, my pistol bag, and I even take it to long-range matches. So I have stuff in here for all kinds of shooting. So I thought I'd go through with it and show you some of the things that I carry along with me. You wouldn't have to carry them all with you, but a lot of these things are really good to have on hand when you go to a match. Let's start out with my main compartment. And here, I normally have a pistol in here. But besides pistol and ammunition I carry in here, obviously, everybody's got to have headsets. I've been using amplified headsets for a long time. This is the MSA brand. It's a European brand. It's not made in the US, but it seems like it works pretty well. I've had it for about 6 to 8 months now. The reason I bought them is that my daughter's dog ate my other pair, and so I had to get something. And I used that excuse to upgrade and get a little more expensive one. These are pretty expensive, but I have the soft ear cups, and it's really pretty nice headphones. Normally, I also carry some foamies just in case. You never know when you or somebody else might need an extra pair. And I almost always double plug when I'm shooting a rifle. If I'm shooting a pistol match, I probably won't, unless it's indoors. It gets pretty loud. But when I'm shooting a rifle match, I wear custom-made ones. Now, you can have them made at an earphone place, the places that do hearing aids and stuff. They will make them for you. A lot of times you go to matches and they'll have a guy there that'll do it for 50 or 60 bucks. Those are really nice. They fit a little bit better than these. These are homemade ones. These are ones that you buy for like $12. You buy the kit, you mix it together and stick it in your ear, and these actually still work pretty good. Not as good as the ones that are custom made by the guy that really knows how to do it, but pretty darn good for a backup set. Timer. I almost always travel with a timer. It's great for practice, and if you're at a match and the guy's timer goes down that's running the match stage, you just got your own timer with you, so you're ready to go. And especially if you're an RO, there's no excuse not to carry a timer with you. Always have a stapler. Staplers and staples. So what happens is you get out of the match and target blows over, something like that, and everybody's like, ooh, where's the stapler, where's the stapler? You waste 5 or 10 minutes chasing down a stapler, got one in your bag, you're ready to go. And then plus if you're at the range doing something else, you've always got your stapler there for when you're putting up targets. I always carry extra rifle with shotgun flags. A couple of reasons. Number one, they're easy to lose, and so you always have extras with you. And sometimes other people don't have them. So a spare one, they cost almost nothing. Carry 1 or 2 with you. A cheap set of gloves. Okay, you guys shoot USPSA, it's supposed to paint the steel every time you shoot it. Well, guess what? You get paint all over your hands. If you got these, you don't do that. Plus, sharp edges and stuff, these keep your fingers from getting hurt so you don't have injuries there. This is a spare bullet drop for my 223 rifle. I always keep one in my rifle bag, but I throw a spare one in here just in case, so I got my numbers with me, just in case I lose my other ones. Basic cleaning set. Guys, you got to carry with you. Always carry a basic cleaning set. All right, so much for the main compartment. Oh, by the way, the latest USPSA rules. Don't leave home without them. All right, we move over to my maintenance area. So over here, I have I got a lot of information in here and stuff that I need. This is one of my main kits. This is all my rifle stuff. So you go to a rifle match and you have a problem, where do you go? Your local store, if you can find one nearby where you're shooting, is probably not going to have every single thing you need. So a few things I always carry. Always carry a spare bolt. They don't cost that much. Make sure you got a nice, just make sure it's a bolt that runs in your gun. It doesn't have to be a new one, just has to be one that that will work in your gun. Make sure it's got a good extractor spring on it. So if that's good, nice and tight, good set of rings, clean, ready to go. If you have any problems with your gun in terms of the bolt, like you could break an extractor, you just take the whole thing and put it in. Don't try to fix the old bolt. Take the one that works, stick it in your gun, you're good to go for the rest of the match. I always carry some cotton swabs, just in case. You never know when you're going to need them. A couple different kinds. This stuff. Boy, you know, if you have things, this is Permatex, but any kind of Loctite, if you get to a match and you got stuff loosening up, make sure you use this stuff. Now, if you do use it, this is I got red and I got blue with me. If you do use it, it really takes overnight to harden up, but it can save a match for you if you got things loosening up. I got a little section here with the extra tools. Now, I do have a bunch of tools in here. I have a standard sets of tools, but sometimes you have odd stuff with particular guns. Like this one here, this is for a LaRue mount. So this is to tighten up LaRue mounts. I got some different kind of things in here. Got some special wrenches that'll work, small screwdrivers, things like that. So little things that you need to go with your gun. Only you know what they are because it's your gun. But make sure you have that extra stuff with you. Now on my gun, my main gun I shoot, I have a JP trigger. And JP's old trigger had trigger pins with little clips on them. So I was in a match one time, clips fell off. I called up JP. They said, we don't carry those anymore, but we have some, we'll just send you a bunch free. They sent me a little package free. I keep a few in here just in case. Some other bits and pieces for your bolt carrier. So the things that break or can get lost, make sure you have a few in there. Most of these items are very, very inexpensive, but they can save your day. Carry some springs. I have a few springs in here. This is actually stuff, this is set up to fix my charging handle. Because I was at the range one day and a pin came out of my charging handle and the spring and the clip and everything that makes it stick together when you lock it closed flew away. So what am I going to do? Well, if I didn't have this stuff, I couldn't fix it. What I did was, you could continue shooting it, but it's not much fun because when you rack the bolt, the handle doesn't naturally go forward. You have to push the bolt all the way forward and lock it. So this way I got stuff to fix it in case there's a problem. Carry a few extra extractor spring. You never know when you're going to need one of those. Actually have like 3 of those. Here's a set of rings. Okay, so bolt. Gas rings for your bolt. Carry a few extra of those too. A lot of the stuff, like I said, you won't necessarily use very often, but it's nice to have. And what frequently happens is somebody else will borrow my stuff and then either give you back or give you a few bucks for it, or you just let them have it for free, whatever you want to do. I actually lent this bolt to a guy not that long ago in a match during the summer. He had a bolt that was not working properly in his gun. I took a look at it, and the bolt that he had was the cheapest looking piece of junk I ever saw. I mean, he did say he got it for a really good price, but you know, if it doesn't run, it doesn't matter what the cost is. So he ended up using this bolt, and I actually sold him another one. I had an old JP bolt I had, so he got that. But these are kind of things you need to have with you. Make sure you take some spares. This kit will save you. In here also, I got jeweler's files. It's always good to have some jeweler's files, loosen things up. Allen wrenches. Make sure you have them. Don't leave home without them. Make sure you have Allen wrenches. You guys recognize this, right? Bore snake. I don't use it a lot, but every once in a while, things don't seem like they're working so well. I get my bore snake out, give it a shot. And some other little doodads I have in here. This one's a lifesaver. This is a SOG multi-tool. Has needle nose pliers on the end. It's also cutters. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a tool like this. And you can carry one of these and you cover a lot of bases. It doesn't take up a lot of room. It is a little bit heavy, but it covers a lot of things and it'll save you a butt a lot of times. All right, so that's my little repair section in here. All right. Since I do shoot a lot of rifle, I got rifle type stuff with me. Something a pistol guy would never need, and that is laser rangefinder. You go to a match, nobody else has one. You're like, how far away is that target? I don't know, it's about 350. Well, the difference between 300 yards and 350 yards can be quite a bit of drop. And if you're not sure what it is, you're not going to hit the targets. So make sure you get one or you buy one with a buddy. If you shoot with somebody, guys can go in on one, split it. This is something most three-gunners don't carry, but guys that shoot more precision rifle do. This is a Kestrel, and this is for measuring wind. You do wind speed, this will do temperature, this will do barometric pressure, pressure altitude, a whole bunch of stuff. So this does a lot of stuff for people that are, the farther you shoot, the more important those things are, the temperature, so that you can get everything set up right for your rifle. If you're not shooting that far away, the numbers don't make that much difference. But when you start to get out 400, 500, 600 yards, they do make a difference. I try to carry a selection of batteries. So I figure everything that I have, so every type of thing, every battery that I need, I carry spares in here. So I have optics that have that need some kind of light source. So this is a 1-3N. This is normally used in Seymour type sights. So I have actually a couple of different types of those for the Seymour sights. This 2032, this is very popular in rifle scopes for illumination. So I carry a few of those. Like I said, make sure you have all this stuff with you, and then when you get to a match, you don't go, oh darn, my light's out and I don't have anything for it. And then there you are trying to go find some place to locate weird batteries or something unusual that you're not going to find at the corner gas station. Down the end over here, this is safety over here. Okay. Make sure you got sunscreen with you. I normally carry 50, mainly because I've had skin cancer before, and this stuff really helps out. I actually have a couple different kinds of protection for the sun. Bandages. How many times you cut yourself in a match and you're bleeding all over your gun and everything else? You got to cover that up. So I get the nice expensive ones, the fabric ones. These hang on really good, and make sure I have some of those with me. Pepto-Bismol. How often have you been to a match and you didn't feel so good in multiple ways? This covers both the top and the lower end. Tums. When you don't think you really need a Pepto-Bismol, Tums will take the burn out of it, especially if you're eating someplace where the food's not that great. And some Neosporin. So when you do get those cuts, slap a little Neosporin on there. It'll keep you from getting stuff that turns red and gets nasty, and it's not a lot of fun. All right. Let's go. Let's move on to the other end over here. I wear glasses, obviously, so I always make sure I have a spare pair of glasses. Now, in this case, I actually have 2 spare sets of glasses. So make sure you have spare glasses with you. If you have to use glasses and something happens to glasses you're wearing, your frame breaks or something else, you're going to be in trouble. You're not going to be able to shoot very well. And plus, you have to have some kind of protection over your eyes anyway. But if you don't have stuff that's going to help you correct your vision, you're going to really be in trouble. Make sure you're carrying extra glasses. And these actually live in my shooting bag. I have some other glasses that I wear sometimes, and I have them in my car. But these always stay in my bag. So these are my specific shooting glasses. Most of the time, I don't wear these in public because they make you look like you're a mad, deranged killer or something. And they really are not. I don't go into Safeway with them or anything else. They're just for the shooting range, where people understand. All right, and the last pocket over here, got some goodies. Of course, this is where I keep my magazines and stuff, but I keep a couple other doodads. This is an armband. For those of you that don't shoot long-range rifle, you probably haven't seen these before, but these are really nice little item, even for 3-gun. So what you can do in here is, what I've done is I put my drop chart in here. So I have a drop chart already inside of this, and it has Velcro to close it. And then these sections in here, you can get or you can get little white note cards. They'll fit in here, and you can put all kinds of information about a long-range rifle stage you're shooting. So say you're at a place where they have 4, 5, 6 different targets, and you're having trouble remembering which ones are which. You can draw yourself a little diagram, and then you just put that right on your arm, and you have it right with you when you're shooting the stage. So you can shoot it. If you're having trouble, you're saying, oh, I can't, what target was that one? You can look at your armband, and all that information's there. So like I said, I haven't used this in 3-gun matches before, but when I started shooting long-range rifle, and I saw this, I went, that's perfect. How many times have I written stuff down and tried to write it in a pen on my hand or something, or try to remember the layout of a stage? I can put this on there. I got all my information right with me. I don't have to worry about it. And anything that keeps your stress level down while you're shooting is going to help you shoot better. This actually works with Expo markers too. These are dry erase markers. You can actually write right on the outside of this, and then when you're done with it later, you can just wipe it right off. So you don't have, if you're in a hurry and you want to write and mark some stuff on the outside, you can do that. I normally keep a cover for my pistol in here. This just lives in my range bag, and this is a Safariland one. I don't even know where I got it. Probably picked it up laying on the range somewhere. Works great. I don't use it very often, but when you get some drizzle out, rain starts to come down, and especially if you're shooting with optics, You want to keep the rain off your gun so that you can see what through your sight. It doesn't help when it's all messed up. You guys recognize this, right? This is a mag brush, okay? Always have a mag brush with you. How many times you drop your stuff in the dirt, you pull it up, and now you're looking, now your bullets are sometimes in there sideways. There's a bunch of dirt inside there, and you're like, oh, great, now what's going to happen? Well, clean your mags. When you see your mags drop in the dirt, and you think there's any dirt in there at all, just take a couple minutes, clean your mags out, because it's going to save you. Always keep some Kleenex with you. Never know when you're going to need them. I always keep a few candy bars in here. So these are paydays. I happen to like paydays for a couple of reasons. If you have chocolate bars or anything like that, they have a tendency to melt, especially if you're shooting somewhere hot. And so you reach in your bag, you pull your candy out, it's like, it's all messy. Payday bars don't melt. I've taken these pretty hot places. Doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what's in them. It's pretty tough. It must be like, I don't know if it's food grade or what it is, but the stuff that's in here does not melt. So you don't have to worry about getting it all over here. I always carry some gum. And quite often you'll eat something at the range and people will start to give you funny looks because you smell bad. Carry some juicy fruit. Take care of that. I normally carry a selection of pens. Now this is a big Sharpie. And the thing about big Sharpies is I can use this and make a target out of anything. Cardboard box, an old lady's shirt that she dropped. Anything I want to use, I can take it, I can draw a nice target on here, I can use the stapler that I got in here, and bam, I got a target. I use pie plates quite often, or food plates, just dinner plates, maybe the 6-inch or 8-inch size, and you just draw a circle right in the middle, you stick it on there, it works great. I also carry a couple of regular pens in here, and that's about it. Normally inside a bag you'll find all kinds of stuff like left amber, pieces of ammunition, old shells, this and that. And the one last thing that I probably should tell you about is keep yourself a little diary. So I have a small diary in here. I write about different matches. I'll talk about like how the gun shoots, if I'm having a different problem, if the drops don't work or something's off. I can put all that stuff in here. Plus, when I go to the range, and like right here, I have chrono information, so I've written down chrono information on a rifle cartridge. Just make sure you keep track of as much stuff as you can. The more stuff you write down, the less you're going to forget, and the less you forget, the better you're going to be in the long run. Information is power. Make sure you keep all the information you have. So that's a little look at all the stuff I have in here, and hopefully that gives you an idea of some things you can carry. I know a lot of you guys are shooters and you've already got your bag full of stuff, but hopefully maybe something here will turn a light on from you, and you'll get an idea of something else you want to carry with you.